Welcome to Movie Podcast. That's right, Movie the Podcast. Happy 2026 again, maybe? I don't know. It's fucking February.
Something like that.
We are two episodes into our second running a train on movies, and
That's
this
right.
one was something. We watched
It's kind of a movie.
it's
You know,
it is not.
It
I feel
was
bad.
a camera
I
was
watched
used.
this. No, this it a camera was abused. We watched Scott Shaw and Frank Stallone's Rollerblade 7.
Yeah.
I don't know,
And like Ted Estevez or whatever the
but
fuck his name was.
there's everyone people got credited in this movie like it was the Royal Rumble. Like when
Dude,
they showed up on
I
screen,
okay,
they
so
popped like their name popped, but not their character's name.
No.
I've
And
never
you had no
seen-
context for who they were or what they represented, and you might never
No.
find out, but you surely knew their name. And I said this over text. Even 55 minutes in,
Yeah, there's
somebody
still,
new shows up and they're like, "Yep, title card."
also
I don't
like I was trying to think of like you know how it's kind of that it's almost like cliche now. I don't really know what movie started it, but it's like I feel like Tarantino may have, but it's that thing where like Suicide Squad does it, but other movies did it before where they're like
the rundown did it. They
this
splash
is yeah, this is Captain Asshole, and then the screen it's like got a cool font.
Yeah, Linklater
and then,
does it in that
Borderlands-
Nouvelle Vague
Borderlands
movie.
did.
Yeah,
He
Borderlands
introduces
did it.
every person from French
Yeah.
cinema that way.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Climax does that too. That God, I love that movie. But no, this movie does that, but it's like it's literally in like the Chiron that you have on like your camcorder. If you kids, if you old people out there remember,
Yeah, it was a
camcorders
home
are-
it was a home movies insert.
I'm gonna go ahead and say this, and y'all might get mad, but like I did not hate this movie at all.
I hated
was-
every second of it.
Oh my God, no! I was like fascinated by this film.
I don't
I don't-
despised having to watch this.
Oh,
Here's the
no,
thing.
no,
I don't
I
think
loved it.
you can hate something this damaged. It's almost like
Nate,
mean,
you're wrong,
it's
brother.
too,
No, like,
it's too
no.
ill to live, and therefore I had like empathy for it, but I still
Absolutely
I didn't
no.
enjoy it.
No,
No.
I'm not
agree.
saying I enjoyed it. I'm not saying
Stop.
it's going to get a high score.
This is
agree
not
with
worth
Nate.
pity.
This thing is so confounding and so like it's just again I was about to say I feel bad because last week I was bitching about Hudson Hawk and saying how it wasn't a movie.
It's not.
Yeah,
This is not a movie.
This is the same movie. It's just Hudson Hawk had a budget in Bruce Willis. Like
Oh,
these
no,
are
no, no, no,
both
no.
di-
You can't-
these are
you can't
both
say that.
disjointed pieces of
Hudson
shit.
Hawk at least had like
there's a
like,
plot in Hudson Hawk
I can't
and
think of it.
character.
There is a
There is.
like
They're trying
well, I
to
know,
use the
but
Da
there-
Vinci alchemy machine.
there's like a film school thing. There's a I can't think of the name of it, but there is there's like a filmmaking rule about cuts and the space between cuts, like how the I can't remember the name of the rule, but basically the idea is that when you cut into a scene, the audience fills in the blanks between that cut, right?
Right.
You can't do this in the
Well, this
Rollerblade
movie
7.
leaves no blanks. This movie says, "Hey, we took 7 angles on this shot. Should we use them all? Yes, yes, we
Yes.
should. Back to back to back to back."
I'm going to. Okay, so I watched this movie on YouTube at 3x for most of it. If there was dialogue, I took it down to 1.5. Right.
Honestly, probably the best way to watch it.
Yeah.
So you get to see like the repeated thing, and
Yeah,
I'm gonna like basically like tell on myself here. But does anyone else remember porn from the VHS days where they would cut
Of
back to
course.
the same scene over again? You're
Oh
like,
yeah.
they already did that. They already did that part. That's the same
Yeah.
noise.
Oh sure.
It's just that, but real movie making.
I
Yeah.
also I want to give a shout out to whoever wrote the synopsis on the Wikipedia and I guess whatever VHS box this was on, because how did they stitch this together? Because there is no when I say I'm not exaggerating at all. There is no coherent plot in this movie whatsoever.
I
There's
mean,
no
there
world.
is right.
Is there?
There's a wandering samurai trainee guy who is dispatched by
Also,
whoever
so
the
they
church
call
guy
it-
is who lives in Griffith Observatory in Los Angeles. He sends him out to the. He's got a.
Her. He sends
Well, no.
her out
Well, no, he sends him out.
after he sends her. He
Well,
sends,
yeah, I guess okay.
He sends fucking Eric Pride's fucking dance aerobics out on rollerblades
the
with a samurai
red
sword. She
leotard
refers-
lady.
Yeah.
Also,
And is there two of her at the end?
I don't know. The ending is amazing.
Yeah,
The
no,
ending
the,
is
the
amazing.
ending the ending doesn't make any
The ending
sense because the ending is
absolutely
like
does.
they're
All right. Let's get it.
motorcycling and shooting in themselves. It's great.
Let's do our usual
It's
thing, and we
terrible.
obviously we have a lot to talk about. We have a lot to discuss, and I both, you know, part of me, I was watching it again. I, I don't know. I hope Sean somewhat echoes my thoughts because I know Sean loves
Like
like
shit.
garbage. Like we again, if you're gonna make a bad movie, like this is the kind of bad movie I want. Like this is so bad. But anyway, I was like thinking about this because we were we just did our year-end review not too long ago, and we were talking about man, we had such a great year, so many great films, and part of me, I think I might even say on the show, part of me kind of misses the dog shit, and I was like, I'm glad. I honestly didn't. I expected this to be bad. But I thought this was going to be like a canon kind of bad or like an American Ninja kind of bad. Oh no, no, not at all. Or
What
like
was
an
the
Invasion USA, one of those.
what was that weird sleeper, like very low budget but very entertaining? Like, was it Sasquatch something or other that we watched? That were like the families in that
Oh
cabin,
yeah, Alec picked that. What was that
and
called?
it was actually a ton of
Oh,
fun.
it was awesome. What the fuck was that called?
It
Shit.
was something with like Bigfoot, right? Or
Yeah, Alec picked it and it was hilarious. And the dad was really funny
yeah,
and
it was
like
like, but
yeah.
it was like legitimately enjoyable.
Yeah, it was very good. It was very good.
I was hoping that would be this.
Like I said, I was expecting like a Solar Babies or like a very like low budget, like corny. I thought it was going to be high ambition, low budget, and it was just like all ambition. Well, I don't know
No
what it
budget.
was.
I don't think there's any ambition here either. Ambition
Oh,
would be that all of the scenes had something in
Oh
them,
no,
and
there's
this is.
guys,
ambition. No, this
somehow.
movie is so up its own ass that it doesn't realize how bad it
But there's a
is.
difference between being up your own ass and being ambitious. Like if you were
Yeah, it
ambitious, you
had
would
yeah.
fill 90 minutes with content that's up its own
Yeah.
ass. This is 30 minutes of
Oh no,
content
I think
dragged
this I
out.
think what he put on the screen is exactly what he was going for.
Oh no, I'm not. I don't disagree. I just don't
And
think
that
it was
was what
very
he was
ambitious to
ambitious. His
repeat
ambition,
everything.
Dogs, guys, you've seen Hell Comes to Frogtown, right?
Love it.
This is the same director. How
Unbelievable.
me and
I've
Nate were talking
absolutely
about
no.
this. Me and Nate were talking about this before we started rolling. But
Actually,
like
no, it is believable because Hell Comes to Frogtown, if you take a step back, is lunacy.
yeah, but it's like a
Yeah, but
coherent movie.
it's
But it's
made
coherent
like a
lunacy.
movie, and it
Right. And
shows
Roddy Piper's charisma just like
Yeah, all right.
it shows the
zooms.
ability to use a camera in an interesting way. This is like I dropped the camera and we just let it roll.
Dude, it's okay. We got a lot to talk about. We'll get to it. But again, I'm kind of happy.
It
I
takes
was
place in
worried
the United States of America.
that was my favorite part.
When he
And
said
then
the
you got-
United States of America, I did pop. I did
And-
laugh.
And that they have white slavery there now, which is the big point in the film.
Also, isn't it funny that they use I've never heard the term white slavery unless it was George Lucas that said it. Also, the term white slavery is kind of weird because it implies that the black kind is like the normal, it's like the okay kind. I don't, maybe I'm reading too much into
Well,
it. But it's
yeah,
like,
they're saying this is beyond the pale
Like,
that
what
we've
the
gotten
fuck?
to white.
What if we
slavery.
called you
Right.
White Stormy? There's a Black Stormy.
There's a black storm. Shout out to C Lab.
Shout out to
2020.
Black Debbie.
Anyway, I'm just like I said, I'm glad. I thought we were gonna be in like decent to normal movies like the rest of our tenure. I'm glad we could go back into the low
Watching
end
this.
of the pool or the low end of the septic tank.
I was terrified. Like, I'm curious how we, like, honestly, how do we back out of this one? Like, how do we get?
Oh, there's actual actors in it. I mean,
Karen Black, who is the like lady that gives in the mushroom, she was in a
Yeah.
bunch of actually good
Yeah.
movies,
But she was in,
including
well,
a bunch
she's
of
in
Robert
House of a Thousand
Altman
Corpses,
movies.
which was like, I'll watch that. That's fine.
Sure, yeah.
But she was in real movies. There's that.
She was in
there's a few
Nashville and
there's a few
couple other
actors that
Altmans.
were in other things. All right. Anyway, what did y'all watch this week? Sean will be joining us momentarily. By the way, if everybody was like, "Where's Sean?" and Alec had to work because we are in a fucking frigid apocalypse, and working at a grocery store during this crap has got to be goddamn
Can't be
awful.
good for you.
No,
Mm-mm.
I can say working in plumbing is not great either, especially now because I went from a normal plumbing company to a plumbing HVAC company, and let me tell you, when it gets to
People
be,
are cold.
dude, it's bad.
And they don't do
Uh,
maintenance, so things break, and then they
well,
panic.
yeah, and then they do stupid shit like they have like a furnace, right? And they have a condensate drain that runs off that furnace, and the dumbass maintenance guys run the condensate drain underneath the crawl space where there's no heat. So then the unit
Yeah, then it
runs,
It's
freezes.
making
and it
ice
freezes
slick.
and breaks.
Yeah, yeah, it's
Anyway,
great.
that's your plumbing and HVAC minute from TJ. Anyway, goggles, what'd you watch, buddy?
So I watched a bunch of stuff.
Hell
Let's
yeah.
start with stuff that I liked.
Did you watch Badlands yet?
No, I'm not.
We need to watch
We
that.
should.
It's fun.
So I watched two movies that rule.
Two movies that rule.
Two movies.
Actually, I watched three movies that rule.
Ooh,
Three movies that rule.
And maybe four. Let's just get into like, but
Oh
I've
my
seen
God.
Maybe four.
Maybe
So-
four.
So I watched because I missed last week's show, so I had watched.
Yeah.
I watched
Oh,
five. I
real
watched a
quick.
shit ton of stuff. Here, go ahead.
Real quick before you get into what you watched, your thoughts on Hudson Hawk since you were in
I will
there.
get there. It's one of the movies I
okay,
watched.
okay,
It's not
sure.
one of the movies that ruled. So I watched Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves again. I love that movie.
Fun
That's
movie.
We'll
fucking.
need to watch that.
It's
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it's so every time I watch it, I appreciate it more and more. I know we'll never get a second one because I think it was like a flop, like financially. But it is as a D&D guy, like it's great. It's
Yeah.
so much fun. And it's like better than most Marvel stuff. It's got Marvel energy, but with heart, and it's super good. Chris Pine's great in it. Great movie. I rewatched recently Into the Spider-Verse.
Oh,
I
so
think it's
good.
perfect. The more I watch that movie, I'm like, this
Yeah.
is perfect.
Yeah, I agree. And to Sean's point, I know he's not here, but it really does lend credence to Sean's theory that everything should just be animated because you can do so much more stuff.
It's so goddamn,
Yeah.
and it gets me like when his uncle died. Every time the movie wells me up, I love it. I love it. The soundtrack is on point. It's wonderful. Nothing needs to be said about that. I rewatched two of the three John Carpenter World Enders. I watched Prince of Darkness again because I think I watched that movie like I might watch that movie like every 3 months. I fucking
That's a great
love
movie.
that movie.
Dark Horse of the Carpenter
It
filmography.
really is. It's
Yeah.
so goddamn, and it's got a huge cast. I rewatched In the Mouth of Madness.
Wonderful movie.
Which is just fucking top tier.
Yeah.
Top
Yeah, it's
tier
really good.
horror. Like it's so
The practical
good,
at the
like,
end of it, like
it's
I mean
just-
everything, but the practical at the end of it, every
Everything.
time I'm like, fuck, I missed this. Just give
Sam
me
Neill
is
stuff
just
that's real.
putting in so much goddamn work, and it's so creepy and like and it's not jump scares. It's all
One of
just
the-
dread and horror, and it's like it might be the one of the best Lovecraftian
I was
movies
just
I've
about
ever
to say,
seen.
yeah. I would say it probably is the best, and then I'll probably think of
Yeah.
one that's better, but it's definitely up there.
It's up there. I watched so I watched those four things. I watched I rewatched Overlord, which I think's a lot of fun.
Which one? I'm sorry, I had to
Overlord,
fix my hair.
Kurt Russell's
I still never
Wyatt,
watched that.
Wyatt Russell World War II zombie movie.
You know that was originally supposed to be a Cloverfield tie-in.
Really?
Yeah, and
It's-
they changed it. It's weird. Like I'll send you this video sometime or this TikTok, guys. It's fascinating about all the original plans for Cloverfield that they kind of scratched because
Like a Cloververse or something?
Yeah, because apparently there's some kind of chemical that they talk about in Overlord that's
Yeah.
related to the chemical that was in Cloverfield. I don't know. It's kind of interesting.
I don't know when I must have watched it a couple weeks ago, like maybe before we did the Molies. But if we're talking about Cthulhu movies, like sleeper weird Cthulhu movies, I had recently rewatched that the one with K Stu Underwater or whatever it's called.
Underwater.
Mhm.
Yeah, that movie
Yeah.
was cool.
That movie's pretty cool. So I watched all those things. Then I watched, before I get to Hudson Hawk, I watched one new thing to me.
New thing.
I watched The Smashing Machine.
Okay.
I loved it.
I really I was kind of frustrated by it because I thought the vibes were tremendous. I thought The
Yeah.
Rock was like excellent. And like I'm not the biggest Rock fan as of like his latest work. I think he's
really
great
good
in that movie.
Yeah.
Emily Blunt is great in that movie. The Safdie brothers have like a style of it had the Uncut Gems vibes to it. Like it had this weird realism that I loved. Whoever the other fighter was that played his like best friend, like
Yeah, he's a UFC guy.
yeah,
forget his
I
name.
love that. I feel like it kind of when it ended, it kind of wrapped a little too quickly. Like
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't
like
disagree
after
with
the
that.
tournament, and then it just sort of ended, and I'm like, okay, but I enjoyed it. It was
Well,
just,
I feel like
I wanted more.
the thing is that's one of I think my reading of it was that like it's one of those movies where it's not really even about the tournament. It's about like the two of that. Like it's about The Rock and his wife and their kind of weird toxic relationship.
She is the worst. She is up
Well,
there with
so is
like
he, but so is he. Like it's like very it's complicated, right? Like
it
because
is,
he's
but I
kind of a
feel like
piece of shit, she's kind of a piece of shit.
he
Like
is,
they're
but
both awful together.
I feel like he got better, but maybe he got toxic in the way he got better, which she kind of alludes to. But
Yeah,
I don't know. The Rock was great in it. The vibes were great in it. It's beautifully shot. So it wouldn't have made
yeah.
my top five, but it would have been in my top half of 2025. It's
You should
real
I
goddamn
think
good.
I brought this up on the show, but you should watch the original documentary that's
I
also
need
called The
to,
Smashing Machine. It's really good.
but I thought it was fucking cool. The fights were cool. Like I thought the whole thing was dope. But I don't know. The ending kind of left me like going, oh, that's it. But other than
Yeah, I
that,
could
like
see that.
the soundtrack was great. The cinematography was great. The Rock's great, and Emily Blunt's just that might be the hottest I've ever seen Emily Blunt. She was toxic as hell, but goddamn.
Kind of trashy, you like that?
Yeah. So and then I watched Hudson Hawk, unfortunately. Um
Yeah.
that movie, I gave it a one. I know scores were all over the board, but
Yeah.
that movie sucks. Like that movie is like I can't tell. I think one of you guys said it. It must have been some sort of weird Bruce Willis passion project
Yeah.
because
Oh, it
like
has. It
Yeah, it
but
totally.
absolutely was.
it's
Yeah.
like it's too quippy, it wants to be Who Framed it's not Who Framed Roger Rabbit fun, but it wants to be that cartoony, but it's not.
Yeah.
And then it wants to, but it's also not like so you're like on this spectrum, I think I said on the text, like you had Firepower, which was unintentionally goofy as hell. But like I found it fun in like an endearing way because it was like fucking stupid. Then you've got Who Framed Roger Rabbit, which is a legit masterpiece, and it understands how to tell a compelling noir tale with cartoons in it, and that's fucking great. But this is like too slapsticky, too Gilmore Girls quippy, too like people are legit getting blown up
Yeah.
Oh
on
yeah.
the
Well, and
regular.
and
Yeah.
people die from death causing actions sometimes, and other times
Yeah.
they don't.
Sometimes
I
sometimes
think
Fucking
somebody
I think
gets
getting
it's just like
beheaded.
it's
Yep.
insight into what Bruce Willis thought was funny,
And
right?
then
Yeah.
like the weird like Da Vinci
Oh,
like
yeah. Yeah.
philosopher's stone like turning
Codex.
lead into gold plot
Codex.
conceit, like it's so high concept that it's just like what are we doing? And like the whole time he wants to get a cup of coffee, like fucking
No, it's a
uh
cappuccino.
He's got to have a
cappuccino, like
cappuccino. He
Yeah.
leaves
It's
like
with
how
babe
coffee.
but like how like Baby Goose is trying to get a cup of coffee the whole time and Fall Guy never gets it. Like it's the same kind of vibes, but they did it better in that movie. I don't know. The Hudson Hawk sucked. It sucked on ice. Like it's awful, 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 awful. I'm sorry, Bruce Willis. It's trash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, no stars. One, I gave it a one. But that is everything I watched. But man, Hudson Hawk was bad. Like it's just, oh, it's so bad. And now we're here to this
So
thing.
bad.
It's so
Yeah.
bad. Um, I'm halfway through finally watching The Death of Stalin, and I'm loving it.
Oh, great.
That's a
Yeah.
good movie.
But
That
Yeah.
is a good movie.
I need to wrap that up. And I've just been binging. I went through Smiling Friends again,
So good. Such
and
a
then
good
I
show.
just started firing back up Aqua
I'm
Teen
so
for
glad.
fun.
I'm so glad you like Smiling Friends. I was trying
Bro,
to get you
I
to
like
watch it for
I'm
so
not gonna
long. I
lie.
was like, "You're gonna
The
love
first
it. You're
couple
gonna."
episodes you showed me, I was like, I don't know, this might be a little too much. And then like once I got like 5 or 6 episodes in, I was like,
Yeah.
oh.
Yeah.
And
And then
then
you go
like
back and watch
it
those
like
episodes. You're like,
clicked,
"Yeah,
and
yeah,
then you're like, oh, this is fucking great. Like I love Alan, I love Mr. Boss,
Yeah.
I
love
love all of them. They're so much fun.
Charlie's my favorite. I love
Charlie's
Charlie."
great.
Yeah.
I fucking and it's so I know we talked about it like a million times, but I'll just whatever pile on. Like the weird combinations of animation styles and like it's
Yeah.
so disjointed and I don't
Random,
know.
random rotoscoping out of nowhere, and you're
It
like, "What
really
the
like
fuck?"
I feel like Aqua Teen crawled so fucking Smiling Friends can walk
Oh
because
yeah.
it is but that's everything I watched. Nate,
I watched two things.
Two
two
things.
things.
The first thing I watched was Sam Raimi's newest film, Send Help.
I
Oh, I
want to
hear
see
that's
that.
great. I hear it's
It
good.
it was very good. Yeah. Yeah.
Good. All right. Yeah, I need to
It's
watch it.
like all your classic Raimi stuff is back. Like it has frenetic energy, gore, lots of close-ups, all the stuff that you want. Rachel McAdams is really good in it. The guy who's in it, whose name escapes me suddenly. He's good
I
too.
I recognized his face from the trailer, but I couldn't place where I knew. I think he was on like some TV like the OC or something. I can't
He
remember,
was
but
he was in the Maze Runner movies, I
oh
guess. I
Yes.
never
yeah,
saw those, but that's
no,
his most prominent role otherwise. But it's really good. TJ, you will catch a very interesting parallel to another
ooh,
desert island movie of the last 7 years when you watch it, but
interesting.
I'm not gonna
You
say
can't
because
tell me which
it'll ruin
one.
it.
Okay,
No, because
okay,
it'll ruin everything. But
yeah, I
um,
really want to see it.
it's really fun. It's really fun. I don't think it's
Is it
perfect.
El Topo?
Yeah, yeah, specific. No,
No, they're not really on an island. There's a
but yeah, it's really great. I mean, there's just a lot of cool like cute little like I don't know. It like Rachel McAdams' character goes from like ugly to the extent that they can make her ugly to like
yeah,
glowed up on the island and she's making like Nalgene bottles out of bamboo and shit and it's just like it's really
sounds
tongue in cheek
amazing.
and fun but it's also got the kind of violence and haunting shit in it that you want.
I'm
So
so
I
glad to
recommend
hear
that.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I need to see
Yeah,
it.
I was like stoked to see it. I was a little apprehensive because it's a January release and you're like, "Ooh, does this mean it's a
Also,
bad Sam Raimi movie?"
Raimi hasn't made a good movie in a long time, so
I
Yeah, yeah,
liked
it's been
Evil Dead.
that wasn't him.
That wasn't him.
Evil Dead Rise,
That
the
wasn't him.
no,
no, he didn't. He
Oh,
hasn't done any of
that
those.
was great
Like
though.
his
I
last
love it.
thing was
It was
Doctor
like the
Strange and the Multiverse of
oh
Madness,
yeah,
right?
ugh. And then before
oh,
that, it was like that James what's his name? The was that Wizard of Oz
Oh,
movie
the
with
James Franco, Oz the
Franco
Great and
James?
Powerful.
Yeah,
Yeah,
oh.
yeah,
no,
yeah.
thank you.
So yeah, but it's good to see him back because it's got all the vibes. Apparently, it's a really good 4DX movie. I didn't see it in 4DX, but I've heard that recommended that it's like really suited to that if that's a thing you're
Definitely,
into.
definitely excited to see it.
The other thing I saw, I don't recommend seeing. I watched 2025's Anaconda with Paul Rudd and Jack Black.
Yeah, but
Not good.
that was one of those movies. That it's funny how stuff I get stuff sometimes that falls off the internet truck. But I was
Yeah,
like, when that one popped up, I'm like, I thought that was still in the theater, and I was like, oh no, this
yeah.
can't be good.
Yeah. So Steve Zahn's in it, and Steve Zahn is funny. Um, but yeah, like it's a movie. Like everything that's about it is in the trailer. So it's a
Yeah,
movie where these two guys decide that they're going to remake the movie Anaconda from 1997
I mean, it's
themselves.
not the worst premise in the world. It's kind of a funny
It
concept.
it could have been, but it's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
not a particularly funny movie. It's one of those things where like it invokes the song "I Don't Want to Wait," you know, the theme from Dawson's
Oh,
Creek's,
yeah.
and
Of
Wait, hold on.
course.
In this universe, is the original Anaconda a documentary, or
no,
are they one?
it's just the movie with J Lo and John Voight. Like
Oh,
they
Which we
spend an
watched on the
entire
show.
scene
we did.
together in a diner, quoting the movie Anaconda, making fun of
See,
John Voight's accent,
Oh
and then
yeah,
they're
it's
like, "Let's
bad.
go remake it," and it's
I
like,
see.
I don't know, it's trading heavily on the fact that Jack Black and Paul Rudd are likable,
Charming.
but
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
makes Jack Black like the serious one and Paul Rudd the floppy goofball, and that just doesn't
That doesn't
work
really
that well.
work.
I don't know. It's just yeah, it's just too big for its britches. I think I laughed a couple of times, but it's mostly like super forgettable. We're just like, oh, all of these are sort of things that I've seen in, I don't know, Anchorman or something else already, and it's not done better or more elevated. It's just again.
Just done.
It kind
Yeah.
of, I mean, honestly, watching it kind of just made me feel a little old too, because I was like, ah, these guys look old, and now I feel old because if they're old and still doing this shit, what the fuck am I doing?
Mm.
So yeah, don't probably watch
You
that
went in to
unless
watch a comedy, you left with an existential crisis.
yeah, yeah. And I mean, in fairness, like that's kind of what the movie's about. So I
Yeah.
guess that's its own little feather.
I want that movie, but I want it directed by like Werner Herzog, and it's like really somber and depressing.
The thing is, in the movie, like they watch a movie they made as kids on like
Mhm.
a VHS tape, and that movie would have been more fun to watch them remake as adults than
Mm.
remaking Anaconda.
Yeah. Have
So
either one of you seen this movie? God, I always like misjudge when shit came out. I feel like it probably came out like a decade ago, but there's this movie called Son of Rambo, or it's about these little kids that want to remake Rambo,
I
and it's
remember
like
hearing
oh
about
yeah,
that.
yeah.
it's like super charming and fun. I highly recommend it. It's kind of a similar premise, but
Is it
in
from
this
like a new?
case,
Is it like it's not a Taika Waititi or it's not a New Zealand movie, is it?
I believe it is foreign. I don't remember what country, but it's very fun and cute, and I really liked it. But I can't remember any. It probably came out 20 years ago, but I'm like, it just came out. Like I'm terrible with that shit.
Also, shout out to New Zealand for having the best accent because South
Oh,
Africa has the worst accent. But anyone speaking in any sort of New Zealand accent, I'm already on your
also,
side.
it's
Yeah.
instant comedy. Anything they
Oh,
say
it's
is
so charming.
funny. Yeah.
So charming.
And then otherwise, I've been playing The Outer Worlds 2, which is
Oh, how is that?
it fucking rules. Like I
Yeah.
really liked the first game.
Uh-huh.
This
Yeah.
is an even better version. Like all the mechanics are more interesting, the gameplay is better, the graphics are better, the fun anti-capitalist energy is better. Like
Yeah. Let me ask you a question because I played through the first one and I
mhm.
didn't hate it.
Yeah,
It was a
it
game
got
that
kind of repetitive and boring after a while.
yeah, I mean, it's a
Yeah.
game that I played and I played all the DLC, but then when I was done, I was like, well, that was a game that I played. And I felt like I really liked the first, I don't know, like 10 hours. Because I thought with the fish cannery and you had to decide between the capitalists or the people that were revolting against them, that part was so good. And I was like, oh, this game's gonna be great. But then there's no other quest in the rest of that game that kind of lived up to the hype that the first mission had. Is
Yeah. Yeah.
this is more sustained than this one?
It feels that way. Like I'm not that far
Good.
into it. What I can tell you is like the game's cold open is really cool to play. Like it's a fun action invasion sort of sequence. And then when after playing for 30 minutes, you get title screen and go, "Oh shit, I forgot the
Oh, I
game
like that.
hadn't started." Like the game I'm going to play is completely different from what I've just been doing. Um, and it's really been like the writing's tighter. It does feel like they took that note because I think that was
Yeah.
everybody's problem. That was my
Yeah.
problem with it too. Is that eventually it was just like, okay, so I just walk around and time dilate and snipe people, and then I'm done. Like
Yeah.
this is kind of lame. I finished it, but but yeah, this definitely has more stuff going on, and I think it's doing a more interesting like you are set in the middle of a basically part of the story is there was Spacer's Choice and there was like Antes, whatever, were the two
Yeah.
companies in the first game. Well, they have merged together into a single company called Antes Choice, and they
Clever.
are forcing capitalism on everybody. So there is a capitalist like worldview army, and there is sort of a pseudo socialist one, and they are fighting each other, and you are kind of in the middle as neither side,
That already sounds better.
which is cool.
Well, it's on Game Pass, so I have no reason not to play it. So
And
Same.
it looks like it's gorgeous. Like it looks so good. I mean, the first game looked good, but this is really it's pretty beautiful.
I
So
never beat the first game. If I play the second game, am I going to be in a world of hurt or am I going to be
no,
okay?
you'll be fine because it's not asking you to continue anything. You're starting a whole new character from a whole new perspective and a whole new kind of timeline. So
do you have a smart Alex ship? Because I did enjoy that aspect of the first game. That like ship's computer that was kind of giving you shit the whole time. I
you
thought that
get
was fun.
a smart Alec robot companion that
Oh,
you
even
can bring
better.
into your party, and her name is Valerie,
I
and
like that.
she's a lot of fun.
I like that.
Yeah, yeah. So that's me, TJ.
Did I ever tell? I think I told Gogs this. So that game is made by Obsidian,
Mhm.
and Obsidian is made up of people that used to be in Black Isle Studios,
Right? Who
and I
made the
never
first Fallout?
and Baldur's Gate,
Yeah.
I think Baldur's Gate, Neverwinter Nights. But anyway, I never put two and two together that Obsidian Black Island Studio. It's yeah, I'm such a dumbass.
No, it's
Anyway,
I mean that's a good connection.
so I watched my most anticipated film of 2026. I watched Alpha by Julia. I don't know. She has an impossibly French last name. I think it's uh Darkanau. Darkanau. I don't know how to say her fucking last name. But she's fantastic, and I've talked about her before. Titan was my favorite film that came out the year it came out. I think it was 2 years ago, and I really liked Raw, and I was really excited about her third film, which is called Alpha. And fortunately for me, talking about that wonderful internet truck, for whatever reason, Neon has the distribution rights for this movie, but they keep pushing the release date back. So it's like it's been out in France for like a year. So like it's on the internet. So I got to watch like a good version of it. I loved it. I thought it was fantastic. And it's everything you want to see from a director that you really like because it's not just a rerun of Titan and it's not like Raw where it's just kind of, Raw was like very shocking and so is Titan. This movie is a lot more grounded and there is shocking like imagery, but it's much more emotional. And I feel like she's really growing as a filmmaker. I feel like as much as I like the other two films, this is her most narratively complete movie so far. And the movie is like an allegory to like the AIDS epidemic and the heroin epidemic. And also like I was doing some research after the movie because there's this so basically just to give you the gist of the movie without spoiling anything. So it's about the main character is this young girl, 13-year-old girl named Alpha, and she goes to this party. The movie opens and she's at this party and they're all, they're kids doing drugs and everything. And she's kind of half passed out. And there's this guy giving her a fucking jail tattoo on her arm. And, like a stick and poke, and it's an A on her arm. And then, she gets home and her mom is a doctor and her mom freaks out and they're worried about, did you get anything? Did you get anything? And excuse me, she's like, was the needle dirty? You need to get tested, blah, 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 blah. So you come to find out that in this world, there's basically that their version of like the AIDS epidemic is this disease that basically turns you into stone. And the
Oh,
visuals for these people that like are turning into stone is fucking insane. And when you cough like dust.
Oh wow.
And the thing is, the whole movie is about like family and generational trauma. And the thing that there's a part in the movie that I didn't quite understand. So when Alpha and her mom go to visit her grandparents, they're all speaking in this language that she doesn't understand. And of course, it's all in French, so I don't understand anything. Everything's subtitled, but she's like, "What are you guys saying?" And apparently, this movie also is analogous to there's a I don't remember the name of the people, but it was like a foreign group to France. Like again, I don't mean to be culturally insensitive, but I just found out about this the other day. So like I forget what language it is, but it's a very in like the 80s, I guess these people were, they were refugees in France and they were heavily impacted by both heroin that exploded in France in the 80s and the AIDS epidemic at the same time. So that's kind of like meta contextual into the film. Again, you don't need to know that. I didn't know that going in. You still get the same emotional impact, but there's a reason why they're speaking this other language that the French people don't understand. But the cast is amazing. The mom who plays the doctor who's trying like feverishly to like cure these people of this disease and then trying to like cure her daughter. And then there's an uncle that comes in who's like a heroin addict and a junkie. And he comes in, and the mom is like the only person left in the family that wants to take care of the brother. And the movie also deals with how, like, in school, Alpha's in school, and everyone's like terrified of her because they think that she's infected. And they leave. I'm not going to spoil the movie, but they leave it. You don't find out one way or another till very late in the movie. So like it's always kind of and her tattoo is constantly like bleeding. So everybody's like terrified of her. So talking about like the stigmatism, that's not the right word. But
stigma.
the stigma of, being sick and the way people treat you. And then they're one of her teachers, they make fun of him because he's gay, and then you find out that his husband has the fucking stone disease. And that's why they're making fun of him. And I don't know. There's just I really thought it was a powerful movie. It really got to me. She does really interesting things with time in this movie, where she'll have like a flashback, but she won't tell you it's a flashback, but it will directly connect to what she just showed you in the present, and you just go and you have to understand by context. Okay, this happened in the past, and then I don't want to spoil it, but there's a part right towards the end of the movie. It's like the penultimate scene where the past and the present merge, and it's super powerful. I thought this movie was a fucking blast. I thought it was a 9 out of 10. I really, really liked it. I highly recommend it. I think everybody on the show will really like it. And it's not like if you were like grossed out by Raw or Titan, like it doesn't have like the gross out stuff that those movies had. It's a much more, narrative driven film. And I think like one of the things that I liked about Titan a lot is how through like a very weird narrative, it like that's a movie about like family and masculinity, and it's a very interesting way to explore it. And in this movie, she finds like a very interesting way to explore, like I said, generational trauma and that kind of thing. I don't know. I thought it was a fucking masterpiece. I that lady is 3 for 3 for me, and I apologize that it's one of those names where I've never heard anybody say it, so I don't know how to say it. I only know how to read it. Nate, you're practically French.
Yeah,
Did
I
you
think
look
it's
at
like Duke or no.
Duca now? I think yeah, she's.
Closest I could get, yeah.
I think that she is like to me, she's one of the most exciting filmmakers out there because she's just made three like completely unique films, and I just can't wait till she makes something else. I don't know what fucking Neon is doing. Like, put this movie out so it'll make $10 in the theater because nobody will go see it because it's in French. But man, is it fucking good! It's very, very, very good. And there is some scenes that will just knock your socks off visually. Like I just thought it was incredible. So yeah, Alpha is what I watched.
Yeah.
Sean, did you watch anything?
No, I
Hi,
don't care
Sean.
for movies. What's
Yeah,
up?
movies suck. All right. Well, that's everybody. You want to get into you came just at the right time, Sean. I think I don't say anything, but I think we're going to have an interesting split between this movie. Just based on the
Is it a unusual split? Like, is this
possibly.
this isn't the typical Sean TJV, Alec and Gogs, and
No.
also Nate's kind of on our split usually, though. I think,
He's too highbrow
except
for
for
this
Donnie
movie.
Darko, which he's just completely wrong about
look.
factually.
We all have our flaws, all right?
Yeah, I like the Josie and the Pussycats movie. What are you gonna do?
Everybody likes that movie.
Oh shit, that's a good movie.
Nate, have you ever seen the Book of Eli?
Uh
Oh yeah,
yeah, that's he's blind, right?
Yeah,
That's the
yeah.
whole thing.
Machete
The,
Man.
the book that like holds all the power to the world is the fucking Bible.
Yeah,
that
totally. Yeah.
one. Yeah.
Which
What'd you
I
think?
mean, I think it's fine. It's one of those things where like the title tells you exactly what book it's gonna be. Like, what the fuck other book is it gonna be?
That's a fair point. Why not?
The book of Eli, the book that sounds like a book of the Bible. Surely it's the joy of cooking. Like, no,
Goddamn,
come on.
Why weren't you on the show back then? I don't think anybody brought that up.
Of the two movies I can think of with the Book of as the title, the Book of Eli far superior to the Book of Henry.
True.
Wasn't that fucking Chris Rock Saw movie from like the Book of Saw? Remember?
Oh, yeah.
What a fucking stupid ass movie. All right, Gogs, good fucking luck, buddy.
All right.
What happened in this thing?
Best I can surmise. Here's what
Oh my
happened
God.
in this movie. So
Time to skate the path of righteousness.
right. So there's a guy,
There was
and
a guy.
he gives a jazzercise broad a fucking sword and tells her to
Shout
go.
out to Rhonda Shear, though, eminently smashable
my
as
God.
always.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's not
Right up
Wait.
Gogs' alley.
You said what else has she been in? Because I was
Up
like,
all night.
oh, that's her. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. No, she looked great in this movie. That was there's a part in this movie where that just guy sitting in a director chair is like, she's got a great ass. It's like, yep, that's true. That is
She,
accurate.
Noted.
she strikes the most unusual 80s hybrid of having both a tall and round butt.
This is true.
No,
Yeah.
this is a tall
Built
butt movie.
specifically for that kind of outfit.
Also, this poor woman had to like the whole movie. She's just in this weird like thong bikini or whatever, like swimsuit, not a bikini.
Okay, but before you get into this Jodorowsky-esque description of a movie, Gogs,
How dare you?
Sure.
it kind of is, and you know it. But what do you think? Like the thought behind having a movie that predominantly revolves around rollerblades, but not teaching anybody nor having anybody that knows how to skate in the movie.
Well, he tries. He tries to learn to skate in the movie, and he fails for about 20 minutes, and then he walks the rest of the movie again.
Yeah.
Nobody else can skate very well either. Also, he kind of reminds me of, you ever like play street hockey when that was popular, and there's always that one kid that either didn't have skates or just refused to skate, was always on feet.
That was
yeah.
me. But they put me in goal because the goalie didn't have to wear blades. But I also had to wear a goalie's mask and I wear glasses. So I had to make a lot of split-second decisions right right at the end. We went undefeated though, shout out.
My favorite of the denizens of this world was there's a guy who has a skateboard on his back who is running
Yes.
around.
Yeah. I
So
like
he's
that guy.
prepared to skate, but he chooses
Yeah.
not to.
And there's
He's
a guy in
not
a
as-
wheelchair,
he's
which
not
is
as
kind
co-
of like big rollerblades.
Oh, that guy in the wheel. I was so confused by the guy in the wheelchair with his weird
He's
monologues.
the emperor or whatever, right?
The
Is
emperor,
that-
or the whatever. So anyway,
Also, there's a guy that just plays banjo.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
well,
the progenitor for
He's
Fury Road.
the dupe warrior or dupe, whatever the fuck guy's
yeah,
name
the
was.
doof warrior. So anyway, this guy who's kind of a priest, I guess, assigns the sword to this long but jazzercised lady and says, "Go get it done." And they're like, "All right, I guess I'll do that then," because like the king of the darkness, or maybe the emperor of the United States of America, which is also
That's the best part of the
a
movie.
wasteland
United
that's
United
the whole
Skates, the United Skates of America.
the whole movie is like filmed in the spillways of LA, I think.
Go to the wheel
Gonzo,
zone.
Yeah,
The wheel
the
the
wheel
wheel
zone.
zone.
She needs to go out there and do something because this guy went and kidnapped a broad who was
She's like a
gonna
nun.
be like she was a nun turned psychic, and then
Yeah.
I think she is in like
She's
S&M
Bene
leather,
Gesserit.
and I think she gets killed because they never successfully get her back because they need to have psychic power to do something. And Frank Stallone is like the Minister of Darkness or some sort of like he's like the bad guy from he's Randall Flagg, maybe. I'm not 100%
Yeah,
sure.
he's like the devil or something. Yeah.
People teleport
something.
in and out. There's a rockabilly guy who's way out of place that this sexy cop interrogates, and then she's just gone. Like they make her seem like she'd be a part of this, and she's not. And then they send out this guy who's like he's like diddling two chicks in a hot tub, and he gets like a call, and he's like, "I'll be right there to go walk through the wheel zone with my sword because my motorcycle disappeared at the lift gate into the wheel zone. It like bamped out of existence, I guess." And then he wanders around trying to find his sister, who is the nun who gets killed on the coast. And then there's just a lot of running around. There's visions of a
Hey.
bride covered in snakes. There's a
Can I pause
man in
real
a
quick,
full
John?
suit of armor. Yes.
While you mentioned motorcycle, I wanted to talk briefly about some of the curious editing in this movie.
There was editing in this movie.
So yes. So like I think the motorcycle's one of them with the parking garage. This happens later in the film too, where they just show a cut of a scene like 13 times in a row from possibly different locations. Like, am I meant to understand in the language of this movie that that's just there to be cool, or is it like actually changing like the space-time continuum every time it happens? Because I could accept either answer.
I don't know.
I assumed
Also-
it was just cool because
I
they
thought
get
it
on
just got
at the end of the
bamped
movie. They
out.
get on the motorcycle from 7 different angles and ride
Yeah.
off from 7 different angles.
This movie is like it's impossible to put things together. But there's a
They
scene with
drive past their own wedding after they've died.
Well,
maybe?
no, so like, so then when
That's
they
at the
send
end, yeah.
out the main character on his quest to go retrieve his sister, and his prize is a new bride. Okay, given to
Also,
you
I
I
by
think we're
the-
meant to believe that they kind of fall in love over the journey because they were
Yeah,
both
that's what I
sent out
thought.
there into the wheel zone together.
Also, I don't know if you guys noticed this, but when they said their vows, they they left the mic on, and you could hear people in the background talking. It was fucking hysterical. They're like, "All right, that's not like." It was like they left the fucking mics on.
Well, like, and everyone's skateboarding. There's a guy who's the guy with the thing on his back is like crawling around like a Planet of the Apesman, just like in full camouflage. There's another ninja in full samurai skateboard armor. There's one of the baseball furies shows up, and
She
then
wears her
there's
suspenders backwards,
right, and
which accentuates her cleavage.
her name is Kabuki.
Yeah,
Kabuki. I
because
love
it's
Kabuki.
Lady Ace Freely, pretty much.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and then there's a guy with a banjo.
her two weapons are like the toy bats that
Yeah,
you used to give
the
little
red
kids.
and blue color foam colored bat. I said Jenny watched this with me, and I was like,
Oh god.
I had both of those bats. Remember those?
Also, it's hilarious because like when she attacks with them, they don't even attempt to make it look like it actually like no selling in this movie. She just like kind of.
I mean,
like,
they don't sell with the sword either. Like there
Yeah,
is no
that's true.
selling of anything in this.
There's
Like no
there's
bullshit. This actually happened. Somebody came downstairs and said, "Are you watching a porno?"
This look like a porn. Also,
This is
speaking of porn, 90s porn mainstay Jill Kelly is in this movie.
Which one is she?
She's in the like one of the fight scenes with the big metal guy.
Is she the bride that I thought they were showing like bush, but it was actually she's wearing a bikini bottom?
There's a scene where like two women, like one woman's like tied up or like so I don't know. It's so fucking this movie's so confusing, but she's in the movie. What was I gonna say? I don't know what his character was. Joe Estevez, the lesser of the Estevez brothers.
Is he part of that clan?
His name is Saint Offender.
Saint Offender.
Yeah.
But there's a
Right,
scene
like he's like
when-
he's like making prophecies like
yeah.
from like a lifeguard stand in the middle,
But-
and he like gets like run up on and like just
But my-
spills the goods.
My favorite part is when he's introduced, right? He's got like his like villain chair, right? And there's this sexy lady next to him. And he goes like
Wait,
he's
no,
like
Saint
a
Offender is not a bad guy.
he's not a bad guy?
No, he's like a prophet. Like he's like
Oh.
he's like a one of the many enemy, like between that and the girl with the broom who's like the pixie dust spreader,
the like the shaman or whatever.
the shaman that gives them,
yeah.
but not the one that gives them mushrooms, because at some point
Well-
they end up at a mushroom shack.
Well, Saint Offender, right? So like
Their
there's a scene where
hallucinogenic mushrooms, I do want to point out, are just white button mushrooms from the
yeah,
kitchen.
they were
Yeah.
Saint Offender, when he shows up, he's in his like, I don't know, pondering chair or whatever, and there's this sexy woman next to him, and he looks at her real close and he's like, a planet's forming. And he like goes in like he's gonna kiss her, and she pulls back. It's
Oh
so
wait, hold on. Wait, there
it's
is.
like, why did they leave that in the movie? It's so oh my god.
I'm sorry, Saint Offender is a bad guy, but he's like the secondary bad guy to
To Frank
to-
Stallone.
to,
Frank
to Frank
Horrigan.
Stallone. With actually, there's a tertiary bad guy because the guy in the wheelchair is also a bad guy.
Mhm.
Yeah.
In the end, it resolves itself, and then they get married, and then maybe here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to read what Wikipedia says the plot
Yeah,
is,
that's probably the best idea.
and then
yeah.
we'll just go from there. Okay. Uh, plot opens. The Rollerblade 7 unfolds in an abstract, dreamlike structure,
It sure
utilizing minimal dialogue and repetition of footage in key scenes. Several sequences occur repeatedly, such as the scene where the protagonist is seen to get his motorcycle and ride it out of the car park 8 times in a row, leaving from a different parking bay each time. The film follows Hawk Goodman, played by Scott Shaw, who is sent on a
Shout out
mission
Scott
by
Shaw.
Father Donaldo, played by Donald G. Jackson,
Oh,
the rest-
okay. That's the director's Donald G. Jackson. Yeah.
to rescue
Okay.
his sister, Sister Sparrow Goodman, from the
Got-
clutches of the evil overlord Pharaoh, played by William Smith. In the Pharaoh is the one in the wheelchair and the
Mhm.
and the cane mask. In the apocalyptic world of the future, the film takes place in a region known as the wheelzone, whose populace travels solely by means of roller skates or skateboards. Hawk, however, arrives riding a Harley Davidson motorcycle. Sister Sparrow is abducted from the Masters of Light Institute by the evil Saint Offender, played by Joe Estevez. Before Hawk can complete his task, he must take psychedelic mushrooms with cult movie actress Karen Black and learn to rollerblade. Armed only with his samurai sword, Hawk does battle with the Black Knight, Frank Stallone, rollerblading ninjas, and other gangs that inhabit the Wheel Zone. Joining him on his mission are Kabuki Mime, played by Claudia Schultz. She's in 3 movies. She is in The Rollerblade 7, The Return of the Rollerblade 7, and The Legend of the Rollerblade 7.
And
Hell yeah.
I have got a feeling that all three of those movies probably use the same footage as this movie.
Yeah,
I do
probably.
appreciate this Wikipedia summary doing the same thing we do, where we talk about the characters and then just randomly refer to Karen Black by her government name.
Yeah. So Kabuki Mime with a wiffle ball bat, a rollerblading banjo player entirely swathed in bandages, and a pacifist named Stella Speed. I guess Stella Speed is the high butt, like, why would they give a pacifist a sword? Pharaoh's minions have been abducting women to make them his slaves. He explains that he uses a wheelchair due to an old skateboarding accident, and he longs for the days when he used to be able to ride a skateboard. Hawk's Quest sees him chewing magic mushrooms with Karen Black, confronts murderous William Smith, wheelchair-bound Pharaoh, and team up with blonde sake enforcer Stella Speed. There's a lot of fights with skate freaks and metal demon ninja horn bondage gear and kabuki makeup. In the end, I guess they win because the main character is given a bride, but then at their wedding at the Twilight Institute or whatever, as they're tearing off on his Harley, like then Saint Offender in his, like, I don't know, it's like an old Chevy
with the same woman,
the same lady in it.
Yeah,
like run him down and gun the newlyweds down, and then the movie ends. And
it's so fucking weird
because it ends like Easy Rider.
And then the song that they're playing at the time is just
the music
bananas.
In this movie is incredible, and it's so like it's just like I don't know how to describe the music. It's like it doesn't work for any of the scenes. It's just there.
It's also like both diegetic and non-diegetic. I think, like, especially the banjo, because somebody's like, "This music sucks," and then just like they don't like cut anybody with swords. They just kind of bonk them,
slap them a little. Like, we need to come up with a new rating system for our show that I'm proposing in front of everyone. I'm calling it the poster to movie ratio, because the poster for this is actually kind of dope. Like, I'm not mad at the poster.
Movie.
Yeah, I mean, like, if I saw this on a VHS shelf when I was looking at a video store when I was a kid, I would definitely rent this fucking movie.
Yeah, I mean,
and I would have loved it because there's a
I have an idea for how to rate a movie like this. If this movie played at midnights on your local theater, how many times would you go see it?
Oh, every time.
None. Well, maybe if I was not by myself, I would go with friends as a lark.
Fellas, let me ask you a serious question.
Uh-huh.
How in the world did this movie cost $300,000?
It's all above the line.
Where is the?
Yeah, look at how big Scott Shaw's name is on the poster.
Can we briefly touch on how this movie, and somebody, I think it might have been TJ, but it mentioned how they put the characters' names on the screen just for no reason. Not only do that, I've never seen a movie where in the middle of
names.
They put the actors'
name.
Well, no, because they do the character too, unless that guy's like Christian name is like Yakuza Ninja.
Oh, I guess
so.
Like,
it's my favorite part of the movie is there's a part where Kabuki and Stella Speed and the what's his name, Scott Shawn, they're just walking, and I guess they got bored, and then just a random ninja shows up that they defeat, and he's laying like fucking Yamcha from Dragon Ball just on his stomach, and it's just on the screen, and I screenshot it and sent it to you guys. It just says utility ninja.
Yeah.
He's a real Greg Jeffries. You can use him anywhere.
Yeah. So yeah, Rhonda Shear played Officer Daryl Skates, who just like harasses that rockabilly guy, but then she never comes back. The entire
I thought Rhonda Shear was the main girl.
No, I think that's Stella Speed. I believe that's Allison Chase.
Yeah.
Oh. Her name is Stella Speed, but her real name is Allison Chase.
Yeah.
That's very funny.
My man's name is Hawk Goodman. Like,
dude,
there's a guy in this movie credited as Conga Man.
I don't think I said it briefly on the show last week, and I think I talked about it before we started recording. Everyone on the show needs to do themselves a favor and look up Scott Shaw's fucking YouTube page. You can find Scott Shaw. You can find the Rollerblade 7 in its entirety on YouTube, but his whole page is just deranged. Like he's got like a 20-minute short film with fucking what's his name? Zadar. What's his first name?
Robert
Sean?
Zadar.
Robert Zadar. Like, and then he's got all these things about I think we talked about it briefly at the end of the show last week, but he has this. It's weird because I was telling Nate before the show, This movie it baffled me. So I was Googling it. I was trying to look up everything I could. Everybody talks about Scott Shaw like he directed this movie because apparently he has a method and I just looked on his Wikipedia. He has like he's written like 200 books, which is insane. But he's written two books about Zen filmmaking, and that's basically no script, no script, no budget, he's like the progenitor of like Dogma 95.
Yeah,
Like, that's a joke
Yeah,
that
he's a
landed for
French
one
New Wave
person.
director way after the fact.
But like his whole YouTube page is fucking bonkers. And then there's like these weird documentaries with like Julia Strain and like I gotta know more about this guy. Like I'm fascinated by Scott Shaw. Like this guy is my new favorite guy.
this is what the Wikipedia page says about Zen filmmaking. Shaw and Jackson described the Rollerblade 7 as the first example of Zen filmmaking. It is a style of filmmaking in which no scripts are used. Although it is directed by Donald G. Jackson of Hell Comes to Frogtown and other titles like Lingerie Kickboxer, Roller Gator, and Ghost Taxi,
Dude, we gotta watch Roller Gator.
actor, writer, and experimental martial artist Scott Shaw is more often recognized as the creative force behind the movie. He calls his unique approach to cinema Zen filmmaking, which is a system which favors shooting whatever you feel like.
Yeah, well, that's
This
what he
movie
did.
is just vibes, I guess.
I'm in the lab doing spin kicks you can't even conceive of.
I don't know. When you said experimental martial artist, it reminded me of this scene in Fist of the North Star where like Ken Shiro is fighting this guy, and his martial art is he just throws dynamite at people, and he's like, "That's not a martial art," and the guy's like, "Yeah, but it's effective."
No, can't argue.
This does seem like a mid '80s OVA that nobody's ever heard of.
Yeah, like I don't know, like Sean and I swim in deep waters with like really crappy movies, and I'm shocked we've never come across this guy before.
You
Like,
know what?
He put something
I
out.
thought he made Hell Comes to Frogtown.
No, Donald G. Jackson.
Oh,
did.
gotcha.
Yeah.
And Donald G. Jackson, I don't know why that's such a hard name for me to say. He's the Zen master guy in the beginning who has a hat that says Bushido printed on it. And
I need that hat.
And
PT
his fucking religious symbol is a smiley face.
Yeah, he's the original comedian.
Like, what the fuck?
He put Scott Shaw is like I'm on his YouTube right now.
It's amazing.
He has a movie he put out. I'm just looking at the cover art for it 5 months ago. Bluegrass Christmas Party Light, a Scott Shaw Zen film, and it's a guy. It looks like it's AI, but it looks like it's a fella in a luchador mask with a acoustic guitar, and he's surrounded by a bunch of people in Santa Claus hats. Like,
Also, like no one knows his YouTube. His YouTube page has like 4,000. I think the Molehole Podcast YouTube has more subscribers than this guy.
he looks the picture of his face, his picture on his YouTube page. He looks like Vigo the Carpathian. Like,
Also, I'm glad you brought up AI because this movie is a shining example. AI could never make this.
AI could never.
No. It is disappointing that he has fallen into AI though with his Zen filmmaking.
Like he has something 3 weeks ago. Several things he posted a month ago. Wild.
You think we could get him on the show? I bet we could.
Probably.
I mean, not after what I'm going to say about him, but maybe.
He
He
might like the opportunity to defend himself.
This,
with
talking
his
about
experimental
AI
kung fu
and like slop and just like the shit that we're saddled with now. Like, I know this isn't like a movie per se, but it is an experience.
Yeah.
Like it is like it takes a deep human psychosis to even like point a camera at this, let alone like vaguely cut it together. Like it, I mean, I love it for its
delusional qualities.
I mean, this is more incoherent than like Faithful Findings. You know what I mean? Like this is like
when did Robert Zadar die?
Like the 90s, I think.
Because Yin Yang Insane, which Scott Shaw put out with Robert Zadar, he put that out 2 years ago.
Oh, let me check. I know maybe he had it in the tank and he just uploaded it.
Oh, it just wasn't ready. It wasn't. how
Part
can
of the Zen
filmmaking?
process
How
is
can
maybe you
anything?
don't release it until you feel like it too.
I mean, honestly, the next step for him is just to go live on YouTube and just do things.
He
2015
Right?
is when Zadar died.
Oh, he died in
It's
2015.
if this movie was foreign, like specifically Asian, it would be like a fucking like cult. I mean, it
Oh,
might be a cult
if this was
classic now.
Takashi Miike's Rollerblade 7.
I was thinking of why can't I think of his name now? Fucking Tetsuo the Bullet Man. What the fuck is his name?
Shinya Tsukamoto.
Yeah, like if he
Even
made this
his
movie,
movies are more coherent than this. Like
I know.
Tetsuo, yeah. I mean,
Like this makes fucking like Tetsuo look like you got mail. Like this movie is like nigh incomprehensible.
have any of you guys seen a
Like
Japanese movie called Versus? This is
yes,
like that's. I felt like the vibe of this movie reminded me of because Versus makes like no fucking sense. It's just about like two badass guys with samurai swords and
well, like
stuff kind of happens.
God's read that Wikipedia thing, and I'm like, well, I can't argue with it, but at the same time, they could have wrote anything, and it's just been like, all right,
Yeah. Like I don't like I can't imagine assembling like people to like shoot this. Like it takes kind of like I'm
like
kind of
this.
impressed that they even got like a crew together to be like, yeah, this is what we're doing.
They had to shoot this on a TJ. Like you're probably the best person to ask this. They shot this on video, right? Like
Oh,
this is like a
100%.
Yeah.
like a not even professional like
No,
grade
this
VHS.
is like a home
This is a
camcorder.
I think
Yeah.
they're using the mics on the camera, and I think that's why it's like I couldn't hear anything in this
No.
movie almost.
Yeah. No, they're definitely, and they're not using any like again to the Dogma 95 thing. Like they're not using like mics, and they're not using any kind of lighting ever because like everything is kind of lit by the sun, and it's just like very like they didn't wait for the golden hour. I'll say that. Like it's like visually like such a soup. Like you and like again the video quality isn't great, but like that's just what you're gonna get. Like you know what I mean? Like I feel like if you watch this on an old TV, it'd probably look a little better, but man.
So
I
this
don't
is
know
his
if-
Revenant, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody else when that guy does it. Like I don't know that I've ever seen a movie that was hard locked in a 4:3 aspect ratio the way this movie is. Like usually when that happens, it's like expanded or something, but it's like it was like letterboxed in standard,
Yeah.
like which is really fucking weird.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. This movie and like I know that like I keep forgetting his name. Gus what was his name?
Van Zandt.
No, the Estevez brother. It's like Bill Estevez or something.
Joe.
Like Joe Estevez. I looked at his IMDb. He was actually in Apocalypse Now. Can you imagine? Yeah. But like like Frank Stallone and Karen Black, like Frank Stallone, is Frank Stallone, but he was in like actual movies, like, and so is Karen Black, and it's like, what were they thinking when this thing was being made? They're like, what?
I mean, that might have been $300,000 between the three of them.
Also,
Yeah.
sidebar, Frank Stallone today, I made him mad. I think he blocked me on his Instagram, but he said some bullshit about he was talking about I love his Instagram because he just rants and he's like MAGA and it's just funny. But he was ranting against Billie Eilish. I don't know why. And he's like, she doesn't have any talent. I think her brother has all the talent. And I go, you probably are real familiar with that concept, aren't you?
I genuinely I said this on the text, but I'll say it for our listener. I did not realize in Hudson Hawk that Frank Stallone was Frank Stallone. I genuinely thought that was Billy Joel.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the Rollerblade 7. I've never seen like fight choreography like this. Again, like Sean said, like
I don't think there's choreography, right? If it's Zen filmmaking, it's just okay, you're gonna do this.
If there's no script, there's certainly no choreography.
Well, and the best way I can describe it is like the way that Leonardo from the Ninja Turtles used to use a sword, where he just kind of hit them with the sword. He would never like slice people. Like
I have a theory about the interesting sword play. I think they probably had real swords, and it was like, well, you got to use these. We don't have fake swords, so that's why they're just so gingerly tapping each other, like they don't legitimately want to cut somebody's head off.
Well, and then the only other weapon they have are those foam bats that Kabuki has. Like what the fuck?
Well, somebody had a 9. Like
Yeah,
the one guy had like a like a fucking Tech Nine.
Also, the guy that plays like the Emperor of Skate World USA or whatever, the guy that like that guy thought he was in a fucking real movie because when they cut to him and he's like in his intense face and he's like got the American flag behind him and he's going through his like soliloquy of like that guy.
That guy,
That guy's been in stuff, right?
well, he's like that. That whole character's in a Hideo Kojima movie,
Right,
like
that's what I
a game. I don't know what he's doing.
Yeah, that guy was
that guy has a actually he was in something as early as 2020. He has a his name is William Smith, and he's got a pretty big resume.
He was in Conan the Barbarian and Rumblefish and Red Dawn.
wow. Yeah,
Holy
he's
shit.
been damn, he's in a lot of shit.
Do you think he knows John Milius personally? Like, do you think that's what that connection is?
Maybe. It says in his Wikipedia that he was friends with Zadar, so maybe that's the connection. I don't know.
This I don't know.
Yeah, this is another guy that was in like a ton of real movies. This guy has like a very impressive like a lot of TV in the 70s, but like this guy was like a real actor, you know?
Yeah,
Oh, he was in Black Samson. I love that movie.
but this movie,
He's in a movie called Blood and Guts.
yeah,
He was in a movie
Like,
called
the
Seven,
skating is
not
like
that Seven.
so.
he's in a Pantera
Yeah.
music
The
video.
skating in this movie is so distracting, like because they're just kind of shuffling everywhere. It's like bringing your parents out to the ice rink. Also,
Well, it
like
has the
I'm
same problem that Roller
confused.
Babies has with that, where it's like the skating should make people move faster, but for some reason everyone is moving a lot more slowly and more clumsily.
Did we review Solar Babies?
No, what Gogs thought we did. We reviewed, and I wasn't on the show, but we reviewed Dawn of the Roller Boys or
That's
whatever
what we
that.
did. Yeah,
That movie fucking rules, though.
Well, Sean, you weren't on the show last week, but I was talking about how in the 80s there was, or 80s and early 90s, there was just like a bunch of like rollerblade themed films. Like it was
Yeah.
very popular for some ninjas and rollerblading. Very odd.
Like it was like super popular. I've never seen something like this happen, but it was like super popular and then became like incredibly queer. Like
Yeah, like overnight.
usually it's like backwards,
Right.
but just one day you woke up, you're on rollerblades, and that was it, man. You might as well have been sucking a dick. Why is your camera pushing in? What is going on over there?
I hit the stupid auto lock thing on the
Oh.
Zoom.
But like, I know this is, I guess it's meant to be like the rollerblade seven, like the Magnificent Seven, but or the Seven Samurai. But like, are there seven people?
yeah, are there
on
even 7 of
rollerblades?
them ever? Once?
I was thinking
Right.
about that through the whole movie. There's never 7 of them ever.
Well, they didn't
There's only-
I figured they'd have to team up with Rockabilly Guy and Sexy Cop, and then Scott Shaw, and then Bat Lady, and then Banjo Man, and then Pacifist Lady. We're still only at 6.
Yeah. Who knows? Also,
But they're
there's
not all bladed, right? Like some of them are on feet.
One of them had
like somebody's on
Tonka.
quads.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's
I really like the
oh,
one
you meant on their
character,
feet.
the one character that was like a healing, like a white wizard, like a healing, like shaman lady that just like kind of appeared and then she disappeared and was like had a standoff with Frank Stallone. It was just like what is going on in this? Also, on the cover, there's that guy in like the metal armor, but he's like easily defeated like in like 5 seconds because I don't think he can move around in the costume. It just kind of fell over. Oh man, what a fucking movie!
Like this movie really feels like an Italian cash in on some other movie.
Yeah, it really does. I don't know. We have anything else? We've talked about this movie a lot.
I don't know. It's so hard to kind of like unless you like it's one of these movies where you can really only talk about it while you're watching it because it's so like ephemeral. Like it's so hard to remember anything about it afterwards.
Yeah. Well, we've used this a lot, but this movie is a true cipher, right? You can start it at any point in the movie and it makes just as much sense as any other point in the movie.
Yeah.
Like,
So I do have a question about the movie.
please.
I guess the production of same. Is this truly like is this truly like art? Is it really Zen filmmaking, or is it like literally just them dicking around and him pointing a camera at it and pretending like it's art?
Oh, I think it's definitely him pretending like it's art. I don't think there's any art in this movie. The choices that are made
You
in this
think
film.
I guess what I mean TJ, I'm sorry, is like, does he feel like it's art, or is he like, is this a
no.
retroactive art thing?
No. Based on his YouTube page alone, I think and again, he wrote, like, Sean, look at his Wikipedia. He's written like 200 books, and like he's written books on Zen filmmaking. Now, these might just be like pamphlets. I don't know, but like, I think this guy is a true believer in his craft. Like, I really do.
Then I like it. I enjoy sincerity in trash.
Yeah, I think this guy, again, I think this guy is like a Neil Breen. This is like a Tommy Wiseau. Like, I think this guy legitimately like believes in what he's doing. I don't think this is like done tongue in cheek at all.
It's very
Nice.
sincere.
Oh yeah. Like, and this guy ended
It
up
just
making, I think
sincerely sucks.
there's like 2 sequels to this movie. There's 2 sequels to this
Yeah.
movie, and there's another movie called Rollerblade Warrior, and there's another movie that Donald G. Jackson made called Rollerblade. Like, it's fucking insane. Like,
He's
but
throwing money on rollerblades. You got to use it.
yeah, I mean, this is, I mean, it's one of a kind, man. It really is. Like, I just, I don't even know. Like, I'm like, I'm just like befuddled. Also, I really want to watch the rest of this guy's filmography.
Yeah.
Like Gog said earlier, lingerie kickbox. I mean, just the names of these movies, right?
Yeah.
You got The Demon Lover. I like to hurt people. Rollerblade, UFO secret video. Hell Comes to Frogtown. Everybody knows that one. Rollerblade Warriors, Taken by Force. Rollerblade 7, The Legend of the Rollerblade 7. Carjack. Return to Frogtown, The Return of the Rollerblade 7. Oh, this is a good one, Sean. Pocket Ninjas. Like,
What about the Guns of El Chupacabra? Is that
Gun-
one of them?
Yeah,
Shotgun Boulevard, Samurai Vampires.
Legend in 2001. Legend of the Dead Boys with a Z.
Hell yeah.
Vampire Sunrise, which wouldn't work out very well.
Like, come on, man. Like,
What are we?
oh my god.
This really speaks to like the existence of VHS at a certain time too, right? Like
Yeah.
the ability to distribute this and know that, oh, this will find its audience. It doesn't have to go into theaters at any point. And we don't have that same thing anymore, right? Like it's
Yeah.
Well, because everything's content. Like, it's meant
Yeah.
specifically for. Like, I don't know that this guy cares if anybody saw this movie. Like,
Yeah, no, I don't think so either. Yeah.
Whereas, and I think maybe to like Nate's point before I cut him off, it's like everything now is just driven to get somebody to, even if you're not paying attention to it, to just have it on. Like,
yeah, like literally the only call to action in this movie is that the faux director says that you're supposed to learn to control time rather than letting it control you. Like there are a few messages in this movie. That is the most direct, coherent message at the end during the wedding scene.
and Bushido.
And Bushido.
And Bushido.
And, you know, skating the path of righteousness.
Also, one quick last note on Donald G. Jackson. You know his movies are good because half of them don't even have Wikipedia entries. They're just lists.
Is it one of those things where if you go to like the see more, they don't even have like covers?
Yeah,
like
they
there's
have
no
nothing.
thumbnail.
No, there's no link at all to half of the titles. So there's nothing. Like, there's nothing on Wikipedia about most of his films.
Where's this guy's documentary?
For real.
Gotta
Well,
be on here somewhere.
and what's his name? Sean. Scott Sean. This guy, I'm fascinated by this man. All right, I guess it's time for Five Knuckle Shuffles. Dogs.
0. It sucks. This movie sucks.
Boo,
Yeah,
boo.
no, I did not care for it. I didn't enjoy it. Maybe if I was sitting with you guys, I'd enjoy it. I don't know how I can go from being kind of charmed by Firepower to this, but here we are.
You were just like inscrutable sometimes.
I know. And screw this. I can't get
Screw this.
I can't fucking no. Like maybe Samurai Johnny Frankenstein is really where he got it together later in his life.
Yeah, I didn't realize. Yeah, there's literally a movie that Scott Sean made called Samurai Johnny Frankenstein, followed by Samurai.
Oh, that's not just something
Bikers
God said.
No, it's a real movie.
No,
Samurai
it's like-
Johnny Frankenstein, and then Samurai Bikers from Hell.
And then there's the re-return of the Rollerblade 7. There's a Diary of a Michigan Migrant Film Worker. Like, what are we doing?
Oh my God.
This movie is impenetrable. I- like even The Room had. I guess I knew something that was happening in that movie. This is. I mean, good for you because yeah, I respect him for I guess not giving up on the dream. But he should. He really should. Uh,
He was still active as of what does it
he
say?
posted something 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, but his last film credit, well, it's weird. I've never seen this on IMDb. It says partial filmography, but he made a movie called Vampire Boulevard in 2004, and then a movie called Vampire Noir in 2007,
He just
which has
keeps
no information on Wikipedia.
like it is silliness, and I did not care for it. And I like silly, and this just did not do it for me. Like I was saying, I watched it, but I bounced between. I was like a fucking DJ with the slider. I was like between 3x and 1.5x just to like power through it. I got the whole thing done in like 45 minutes, which was good. But I did have to like run it back a couple times because like, wait, what? Just the constant like reuse of shots and like like just keep like why would you like even if you're in the zen moment like why do you keep showing it over and over and over and over? Like, does that speak to they had multiple cameras rolling? No, they just ran it back and forth repeatedly. It wasn't even like fucking Dolomite where I was like, yeah, that was cool, let's see it again. Like it was just I don't know. It did nothing for me, and I'm worse off from seeing it. Sean.
It's gonna be like a 7.
Wow.
Um, it's not
Rollerblade 7.
it's not again not a movie so much as it is just this like multimedia experience. No, I guess not multimedia, a media
It's
experience.
singularly
And the
media.
fact that it's shot up, yeah, it's just media. The fact that it's shot on video leads me to believe one of two things are true. One is that it's on one tape, and like all those edits are him stopping it and then shooting and stopping and shooting, and that's why they're so jerky when there's 8 of them in a row. Or the second thing is he sat down and edited this like I if you're younger than us, editing shit now is a lot different. Like you do it on a computer, blah blah blah. He sat down with like tape and
Oh
ran the
yeah.
tape forward, ran the tape back, and spliced it and cut it. One of those two things happened. Both of them are equally insane. And like to dedicate because they didn't shoot this in an afternoon. Like I know this was like at least multiple days and staging and whatever the fuck. To what end and for what audience and for what purpose and like I don't know. I'm sure I've heard this title at some point again with the glut of Prayer of the Roller Boys and Rollerblade 7 and Solar Babies and so on and so forth. But like this is wholly unique and like I'm going to continue to appreciate something like this as the next fucking like slop movie comes out that I can't be bothered to even like look at, let alone ponder afterwards. So for that, and I know I bring this up a lot, but it's Rookie Days thing, and I never remember what bar this is. But when you go in there and it's just playing a movie with no sound,
Oh
like
yeah.
that's this kind of movie, and I'll always appreciate something like that. I know it's a Tattoo of the Iron Man reference, but I don't
Oh
remember the
yeah.
bar.
It was at the 9:30 Club.
Rags.
It's I
Okay.
it's a 4. But what I love about it is it invokes the energy of play. Like
Yeah, it does. I agree with that.
if a bunch of 12-year-olds had a camcorder and some props and you were running around, this is the movie you would make. It wouldn't be coherent because it would just be we're doing a bunch of stuff. Um, but yeah, it's not. I mean, it's otherwise not a movie. It's sort of it's fun. I think. Like, I do think there's almost a value in watching it at full speed. Like, even though speeding it up would be the way to get through it faster. Like, I giggled a lot at just the absurdity of what was going on. And to Sean's point, like this does not, this doesn't have any sequence where somebody goes like, they fly now, or he's right behind me, isn't he? Like, and that would never happen in this. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, I mean, it's not good. It's not a good thing. It's good that this thing exists. Is it a good thing, capital G? Is it a platonic movie? No. TJ.
Yeah, I agree with that. Sorry, I'm texting Alec. So you know, I, I'm just gonna preface it by saying that this is the best worst movie I've ever seen. Like, I loved how fucking stupid and ridiculous this movie was because it it's like almost, it's like Sean said earlier, like it's almost art, right? Like this is almost like it's so abstract and terrible that it almost feels like a choice, right? Like for me, it's a 7 for me, dog. I love this movie, and I almost, if it wasn't so absurd, I mean, this is almost like a 10 for me because I just, it's like nothing I've ever seen. It's so fucking bad, and the thing is that the whole time I'm watching it, there wasn't a point in this movie where I was like, why did you do that? Like everything, I questioned everything, nothing made sense. There's nothing, like I said it in the text, but Scott Shaw, I don't even want him. He has it Shaw. He has a story by credit. What the fuck is the story? It's like what the fuck is this
If there's
movie?
no writing, how can there be a story?
Yeah, there's no story. Again, like Hell Comes to Frogtown is a fantastic movie, but that's like, I mean, it's silly, but it's like it's like a real movie. Like it's a B movie, but it's a real movie. And then this guy makes this. Like what the
Maybe this
fuck?
is meant to be like remember Breath of Fire where they're acting out movies how they think they were supposed to be or whatever.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Great
Maybe
reference.
that's what
That's funny.
this is.
I mean, I do
Yeah,
think there's
it's
something interesting that the wheel zone exists and no one seems to be leaving the wheel zone.
yeah.
What's outside of the wheel zone? Just
Well,
Well,
that's
that's the
like
thing. There's like
just
no,
fucking
there's no like
Joe
Anaheim,
Estevez. Joe Estevez
like-
is the only person to leave the wheel zone, and he commits a murder. But otherwise, like when they leave the wheel zone, there's just other people driving cars of the
right.
contemporary
Well,
era.
that's the other thing, right? Like
But
you're led to believe.
there are no wheel requirements for the wheel zone. You can just walk in the wheel zone.
Yeah,
well, no,
yeah,
the
and
cop was trying to shake down the rockabilly guy for not having skates, and then she rode him like some sort of donkey.
yeah, it was something.
I
And
forgot
then
about
like
that.
again, it's supposed to be like this like post-apocalyptic thing, but then people just have like cars. Like it's like what the
Yeah.
the fact that like they show the same scene like 15 times in a row is like, well, that's a decision. Like, why did you do that? Again, there's no attempt to make anything like look like vague. Like it doesn't even look like fake fighting. And again, like I every time Kabuki showed up, like my favorite character in the movie, obviously, but like her name's Kabuki, but she doesn't really have like Kabuki makeup. She's just got kind of like she looks kind of vaguely like one of the warrior characters.
Yeah, she's
She's
like
got like
baseball
Kiss
fury.
makeup on. Yeah.
Yeah, but she's also wearing like a jacket that just has like flags on it. It's like an old like bike jacket, but it's like, oh, she's Kabuki. And like, but anytime she showed up and she had those fucking foam bats, I was just like, I couldn't stop laughing. Like it was so it is a triumphantly horrible film. Like it's made so bad. And to Sean's point, where somebody had to sit down and edit this, like he sat down and edited this movie. He was like, yeah, this is good. Like this is fine. Like I can't imagine sitting there and having to rewatch this probably hundreds of times to put it together and be like, yeah, this works. Like nothing works. Like nothing. Again, I don't know, man. Like we've watched a million bad movies on this show, right? And I have like we've talked about this before, but like with the fucking like Reddit, like, oh, worst movie ever is Spider-Man 3. And it's like, yeah, no, watch this. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you're gonna be bad, be like bafflingly incompetent and just like weird and just I don't know. And to Nate's point again, like this is like a VHS like treasure. Like, because the other thing about this movie is like it doesn't make any sense. It's goofy. The cover looks cool, and it's full of like sexy ladies. Because that's the other thing you gotta like reel them in somewhere. And it's like, well, the movie doesn't make any sense, but at least there's like half naked women through the whole movie. Because so if your parents fucking, it's like, are you watching? Because this did look like a porn. Like it looked legitimately like a porn. Strangely enough, there's not a lot of actual nudity in this movie, which I was shocked by. And
Just a little bit in the middle with
there's a little bit of
the
nudity in
one
it, but
maybe enslaved woman being led through the
also,
canyon.
kudos to this movie for holding back on any rape scenes because I was like waiting. I was like, here we go. There's gonna be, but nothing. Good for them. Shockingly woke for the time. But yeah, I'm sorry. I know this is a like awful movie, but I love my time with it. And this is, we always talk about like a 5 as a movie you'll never think about again. I don't know if I'll stop thinking about this movie, maybe ever. Like I love this thing.
It's memorable.
Like I would watch this movie 1,000 times before I watch fucking Chill Factor. What the fuck? I can never remember what the fuck that movie's called with Morgan Freeman and Keanu Reeves that we watched.
Wasn't it Chill Factor?
Well,
No,
there's
Chain Reaction.
There's chain
Chain
reaction,
Reaction.
but there's also, I think, Chill Factor, which is like the Skeet Ulrich sexy sister film to that.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like this movie is terrible, but like in a sea of like just bland Netflix movies, like give me this. Like I don't know. At least this is fun. Like I had a lot of fun.
It'll never happen again. Like
I
Nate's
know.
right. This is like of an era. Even though like theoretically you could make 1 million of these movies because it costs like absolutely nothing to make a movie now if you really wanted to just on your phone.
Yeah.
But
But yeah,
Yeah,
like
and also, like-
what I mean, you could put it on YouTube, I guess, but
yeah.
it wouldn't be the same thing, right? Like this is from a time when these were stacked in on the lower shelf in the video
yeah.
store with a bunch of other schlock just like this, and you could go through these.
Yeah, and the thing is, even if you made something like this nowadays, it would look better because even the camera in your phone looks pretty good these days. So it's like there's something about that shitty lo-fi like camcorder style video
Yeah.
that kind of also adds to the charm of this movie. I don't
And
know. I really
guess if
loved
you
it.
tried to make something like this, you'd still be like aping something else. Like,
Mhm.
like you'd have to be like a real like schizophrenic to make something this like this, like sincerely without any influence.
Yeah, I agree. I'm sorry, y'all. I kind of love this movie. I'm not gonna be crazy and cue the winged serpent, y'all, and tell you it's a 10, but my finger is on the trigger. But I kind of love this movie, and I sincerely want to visit the other sequels to this film and the rest of I like I said, I will say this now. I this is outside the show, but I post a lot. I post a lot of drawings and shit, and I always struggle with captions because I hate captioning my stuff. I am literally just going to go through Scott Shaw's entire book titles and just use them for all of my captions now because I mean some of these aren't even his movies, these are his books. I said it before we recorded, but he has a book called Wet Dreams and Placid Silence. Like what the fuck? Wotan
What
the
is he
Blue.
fucking Charles Bukowski? What the
Dude,
fuck is
yeah.
that title?
I like this one too. Zeno Clock, Time to Be.
All right.
Like,
I mean, that's
like,
fair.
Like the Tao of self-defense. Like, oh wow, he's got a photography book on the Rollerblade 7. The Rollerblade 7, a photographic exploration.
Holy
Like,
shit.
dude, this guy
It probably
suicide.
costs like $2,700 on Amazon.
He's got
like-
a book that's called, I can't even say this. It's Samurai, but it's Samurai. Samurai Zen. Simple bliss, Nirvana made easy. Yeah, this is total. I'm sorry. This is my new obsession. This guy is my new favorite guy. I'm gonna reach out to this dude.
Do it.
Dude, that would be hilarious if we could get him on the show. Just don't listen to the episode. Don't listen to Gogs. We'll mute. We'll send him a version of the show without Gogs's audio on it.
Yeah, just play fucking Baby Elephant Walk.
I
whatever.
bet you he would come on the fucking show.
You
I
could
bet- I mean,
probably just edit
what else
yourself
is he
saying
doing?
things 3 times and cut Gogs out, and it'd be the
Yeah.
same link.
yeah. Oh my
What
god.
could he possibly be doing right now? Like,
Hopefully
I mean,
making more Zen films.
Yeah, but what if he wants to just be on the show permanently?
I mean, that'd be fun.
he just keeps
I-
showing up.
Can you imagine what is this guy like? What kind of movies does this guy like? Like, if he made this and he's like, "Yeah, this is good." Like, what kind of movie? Like, what does he watch on his spare time?
Jaws.
Oh, he
Yeah, what if-
like.
What if he's like a Lynch and he just likes really like regular shit?
Yeah, that would
Apocalypse
be.
Now,
Yeah, he's like a normie. He's like, did you see
Glengarry
that
Glen
new? Did you
Ross.
see that new Ben Affleck, Matt Damon Netflix movie? It's really good.
Yeah.
All right, who's got a pick for next week?
I had one. Hold on.
Is it Return of the Rollerblade 7?
It is
Please.
absolutely not. It was hold on. It was out of William. Oh no, it's not available. It was Manosaurus, but apparently that's a lost movie. Um and that would have starred William Smith. Um hold on. Let me if someone's got something, fire away. Otherwise, I'm just looking through Karen Black stuff for something that's not House of a Thousand Corpses that I would want to watch.
Go on, Nate.
Hang on, give me a sec. I don't know if I'll ever recover from Manosaurus.
I've never seen Five Easy Pieces, but that's an option.
What's his name? Joe Estevez is also in a movie called Roller Gator.
Also by Scott Shaw, I believe, or maybe Richard
Oh,
G.
But
Huffington or whatever the.
who else is in Roller Gator? Because I don't want to have we don't want to have a dead end on the show. I feel like
We watched The Frisco Kid. That's got William Smith in it, and that's a Gene Wilder movie.
We can watch Ooga Booga.
oh no, oh no.
Ooga Booga follows an innocent African American medical student who is brutally murdered by a dirty cop, but his soul is magically transferred into an action figure named Ooga Booga, with only his tribal spear and old girlfriend to help take to the streets and trailer parks to find the man that ended his life.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm gonna stay away from that one.
It's on Prime Video.
Have you guys already watched Maniac Cop?
We
Yes.
watched the first one.
Okay.
Yeah,
Hey,
we watched
wait, so just real quick, Ooga Booga has Stacy Keach and Siri Doll is in Ooga Booga.
I feel like Ooga Booga is gonna be like kind of
Yeah. Ooga Booga
Uh,
came out in 2013? Jesus Christ. What the fuck?
Oh, let's see.
Oh, Karen Black's in Invaders from Mars. Remember that? It used to come on
Guys.
WNUV all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a
absolutely.
Toby Hooper movie.
The poster for Ooga Booga, oh my god. It says so first of all, it's this like doll that looks like a like a tribal
It's very
person.
racist.
And it's I was trying to dance around it, but the tagline is Beyond Django.
Oh.
And then the thing on the bottom of the VHS says he's 16 inches with attitude.
Beyond
Oh.
Django, like the Franco Nero movie?
I don't think so.
I guess well, it came out in 2013, so I think they're trying to tie it into the
Oh.
Tarantino Django, but like yikes. Like what the fuck?
Crime Time, starring Stephen Baldwin and Peter Postlethwaite.
Whatever you guys want.
Day of the Locust.
Yeah, Day of the
Karen
Locust
Black
could
is
be
in.
interesting.
What's that about? I don't know that one.
Bugs.
It's about like how fucked up old Hollywood was.
Sounds interesting.
It's got Donald Sutherland.
Donald Sutherland's also in it. Burgess Meredith.
William
Yeah.
Atherton. That could get us to Ghostbusters.
Ooh.
Auntie Lee's Meat Pies.
Mm.
Made that one up.
We could get back to Capricorn 1 with Karen Black.
Mm-hmm.
It's Alive 3, Island of the Alive.
We could watch Savage Dawn, starring George Kennedy, Lance Henriksen,
Why would I want George Kennedy?
William Forsythe.
I brought him as a perk.
I brought him as a perk. Savage Dawn, a vicious biker gang intent on destroying a small town in Arizona. A war veteran visiting an old friend and a few locals with nothing to lose go to war with the gang's ruthless leader.
I mean, that sounds pretty good.
That's my vote. Savage Dawn.
Who's so? What's the connection?
Karen
there?
Black.
Okay.
All right, Savage Dawn, everybody. Savage
Savage
Dawn.
Dawn. Brought him.
All
Yeah, there's plenty of people we can go with out of that. Yeah, we got William Forsythe, you got George Kennedy, and you got Lance Henriksen.
Brought him out.
I mean, the poster's sick.
The
Savage
poster's
Dawn.
kind of dope.
I'm looking up now. All right, well that's the show.
There's
Savage
a few
Dawn.
of them that are pretty good.
Savage Dawn. I'm looking this up now. But
It's
yeah.
on Prime, just in case you don't find it on the internet.
Oh, dude, the poster rocks. Holy
the poster
shit.
rules.
Dude, that poster looks fucking awesome. All right, everybody. Well, we'll see you next week. Brent, I apologize for making you watch the Rollerblade 7. I'm interested to hear your thoughts. The rest of y'all that watch along, why do you do that? Anyway, we'll see you guys next week. Suck one.
You stuck one. All right, boys.
All right.
All right. Bye.
Guys,
Good night,
don't
boys.
log off. I need to ask you a personal question.
Ooh, okay.